You know, every once in a while, something happens. So what happened was,
पता नहीं क्या हो गया, उसने इस तरह झटके खाए, सीधा ही हुआ।
मेरा नाम मोइन खान है, मुझे मोटरसाइकिल्स और पाकिस्तान से बहुत ज़्यादा प्यार है और मेरा जो असली पैशन है वो है पूरी दुनिया से बाइकर्स को इनवाइट करना पाकिस्तान और उनको मोटरसाइकिल पे पाकिस्तान दिखाना।
I've never been welcomed by a country like I've been here in Pakistan. Compared to a lot of the bikes I've seen around here, this seems like, you know, pretty sick. I'm excited.
We picked the best color. Blue's the fastest color.
Your key, sir. I almost died. It's great, but I was driving on the right-hand side. Be extra particular on the first day. Qasim is the sweet. We will be in the back. If you have a flat tire, if something's wrong with your bike, just pull over. Qasim will come from behind. You take Qasim's bike and carry on. Both the support vehicles will always be behind us.
oh man, I'm so happy to be on a motorcycle finally. I love riding here.
We got to this village where the folks there seem to still live like they lived hundreds of years ago. They don't bury their dead, they put them in coffins on the top of the ground. They also dress the same way, and they have some of the beautiful eyes that I've seen.
The Pakistani people are the friendliest people I've ever met.
When I learned that if you say Assalamu alaikum and touch your chest, you get a big smile, and they say it back.
I'm glad that I got to experience the warmth of the Pakistani people, and I'm glad that it helped me confront biases that I had against Pakistanis, against Muslims.
This is a country that's very misunderstood in the West. I would say the Pakistani people are some of the most humble, open, and welcoming people I've ever met.
जी इनका चेन टूट गया था, ये रिपेयर करके हम लोग निकलने लगे हैं।
I cannot imagine another place in the world where you can get this close to this type of landscape without doing proper trekking.
You think you're in a valley and you look up and there's a 25,000-foot peak.
The area where the three mountain ranges come together, I mean, I don't think you can see all these three anywhere else in the world.
It's unspoiled, unbroken beauty in some of the highest mountains of the world.
I ended up on this trip because my husband and son are motorcycle riders. There was a window of time in our lives where I was between treatments for cancer.
One day we were going up to a viewpoint that sits directly in line with Rakaposhi. We were going up there and there was a landslide. We had to leave everything and start hiking. And since she was in the support truck, she was maybe an hour behind us. And so when she got to this landslide, we had left, we had already started hiking up there, and there was no one there to tell her how far it was. And we were sitting up there at this Rakaposhi viewpoint for a while and fully expected her to have turned around.
So I had to walk a period of time, I don't know. It was hard because the elevation was high.
Right as we're about to leave, she appeared over the crest.
What a champ!
When I rounded the corner, I'm going to get emotional about it. It was just the most amazing thing to be that adjacent to one of the greatest peaks in the world. It was a dream fulfilled for me, yeah, for sure.
It's really the most joyous I've ever seen her, to see her achieve this adventure that she wanted. So for me, that was by far the most moving experience on the trip.
Pakistan! Zindabad!
I was looking to be brave, and I found bravery in a lot of other places that I wasn't expecting.
Is everyone okay?
John crashed.
Everybody knows I'm an incredible rider. But what happened was this truck was in my lane. As soon as I saw the truck, I'm like, oh crap, what am I gonna do? So I was gonna shoot the gap on the opposite side of the road. And at the last minute, he decides he's gonna go over into my lane again. That's the bad news. The good news is 100% fine. Tour did not stop. We always travel with mechanics here. So as soon as that happened, I was a little shook up. I jumped into the air-conditioned truck, which was not a bad thing. One of the mechanics jumped on my bike. We shook hands. We fixed the truck. Bike's still running. I'm still running. And here I am, telling you the story.
इस वक्त हम ककलश्ट मेडोज बूनी में एंजॉय कर रहे हैं. अभी हमने खाना खाया है ककलश्ट मेडोज के बीच में.
I love the food in Pakistan.
We had hand-rolled noodles. Some places made these really fresh salads that were picked fresh from their gardens.
We had fresh cherry juice from cherries they had just picked off the tree, and he was telling us about where these herbs had come from, and then each subsequent dish that comes out, and he's giving us the background. That was really special, not only because the food was outstanding.
Staying here in Pakistan, over the years, I've stayed at many different types of hotels. Ayun Fort, it's one of my favorite places because you go through a village up on top of a mountain. Now you're in the Garden of Eden.
We had a band come out that evening. There was dancing, there was laughing. It's one of those nights that you hope for when you do adventure travel like this.
I mean, I have pictures from every place we stayed that I send back home saying, hey, look at the views from the hotel.
A couple of those places I would like to come back and stay for at least a week.
आज हम जा रहे हैं खुंजरा पास. I think it'll be a great ride up to the border.
Have you been to Khunjra Pass before?
Nope. Most looking forward to sharing it with Montessa. What are you most excited about, Tess?
China.
China? Yeah. It has been more than I hoped for to share this experience with my daughter. It made me so proud that she was having these experiences that are really the core of what I love about motorcycling.
It's amazing. I would never want to go anywhere else. If Mom said I was going to India or Afghanistan and I had already been to Pakistan, I would be like, no, we're going to Pakistan.
People asked me before I came, oh, are you going to be safe? Are you going to feel safe? And I felt safe the whole time.
She and I would walk alone. I never felt unsafe at any point.
I recommend to anyone to come to Pakistan because there's something for everybody. If you're an adventurer and you want to climb a mountain and touch a glacier, you can do it. Or if you want to visit schools and give to people who need and help out communities, you can do it.
It was the first time I came, we were able to raise a little money and support a school in the Hunza Valley. We were able to go back to the school this time, and I am just blown away by the work that school is doing with the children. The kids are going to universities, and it's just amazing.
Moyne makes you feel like family, not like a client.
He's a really fantastic rider. When you ride behind him, you get to see how he rides. You get to learn from him. I feel like I've gotten a lot just from watching him ride.
The riding is incredible here, but put that together with the cultural engagement, and I think that's the one thing that A Different Agenda sets apart. It's a different agenda. It's showing us something else about this place, this land, and this culture.
I can't choose out of all these memories and all these experiences just one that I would like to remember forever, because I want to remember them all.
Say jump number one.
That's number one.
I got it on video.